Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it looks like Sweet Baby Inc. did indeed claim another scalp. We're going to talk.
Well, it's not all their fault, but yes.
It's significantly their fault, I think, because there was a lot of backlash. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, which lost Warner Brothers like $200 million, apparently led to the closure of Monolith. And Monolith was a pretty well-regarded gaming studio. They were working on the Wonder Woman game, and people were very surprised that they got the axe. I mean, I could see axing the game maybe, but the entire studio got shut down. Warner Brothers Games is bleeding out, and part of that is they've been making very, very bad decisions, including hiring consultants like Sweet Baby Inc. To come in and you know, change a bunch of narrative things in games like Suicide Squad. So let's talk about this. Pretty interesting stuff. R.I.P. Monolith, and again, this is a company that's been around for decades, going back to the 90s, late 90s. They've had so many games that have been, you know, very well regarded by gamers, and then to have it die because of this is so heartbreaking. It really is. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
If you're not getting notifications, go out to clownfishtv.substack.com and sign up for the email notifications. And every time we drop a video, you'll get an email about it. We do multiple videos per day, so if it annoys you, that's on you because you signed up for it, right? So, yeah, we got to walk it back here a little bit. For those of you who don't know what Sweet Baby Inc. is, basically they were sensitivity, I don't know if they're still around or not, sensitivity readers, consultants. So their job, and I'm using air quotes here, was to come in and tell gaming studios everything that was wrong, racist, and misogynistic about their games. And pretty much every game that they've touched has turned to shit, at least financially.
Right. And when you're hiring them to find problems, they're going to find problems even when there aren't problems there because they have to justify having a position. So you literally paid these people to cause problems with your game and got you shut down.
Yeah, and now I don't think they're going to be as in demand as DEI is being roundly rejected by so many companies now. But for a while, and these games do take years to be developed and go to market. But for a while there, they were involved in pretty much like every AAA title. And people are like, why are these games so shitty? Why are they focusing on diversity and inclusion reasons? Why? And it's like you could trace it all back to Sweet Baby Inc. and other firms too, not just them.
Yeah, there's other ones too. Yeah,
but they were the biggest. They were the biggest target, and they did become a target, and it kind of kicked off Gamergate too. That's a whole nother issue. Anyway, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was one of theirs, and it was a very odd game for a number of reasons. One, it was live service, which was dumb. Two, you offed Batman at the end, which apparently they bring him back. I don't know. But it was the last role that Kevin Conroy had recorded, and people were not happy about that.
Ironically, the only character that was supposed to be like actually dead was Wonder Woman, wasn't it?
It was Wonder Woman, yes. Now she's dead because they canceled her game. So the game was a huge failure, lost Warner Brothers $200 million. But according to Games Radar, Suicide Squad's $200 million failure was so damaging it contributed to the cancellation of the Wonder Woman game, which also led to the shuttering of the studio. Again, this is a studio that's been around for decades. Yeah. They survived 3 decades, but couldn't survive Friendly Fire. No, it couldn't survive Sweet Baby Inc.
Yeah, it couldn't survive stupid. It couldn't survive stupid choices. I don't think it was just Sweet Baby Inc. There was a plethora of stupid choices, but they did not help.
They did not help. That was just kind of the kill shot, I think. I think making it live service was a huge part of it, too.
I think there was more than one reason, but yeah.
So Wonder Woman was reportedly canceled because Suicide Squad Multiverses flopped so badly. Earlier this week, Warner Brothers Games announced they had scrapped the solo Wonder Woman game and closed down Monolith Productions for good, alongside Multiverses developer Player First and WB Games San Diego, in a move the publisher called a strategic change in direction.
Damn.
We got to save money, guys.
Yeah.
They said throwing away a developer with 3 decades of beloved cult classics and blockbuster hits under his belt, including Shadow of Mordor, Fear, and No One Lives Forever, was certainly a decision. Yeah, a lot of people were like, wait a minute. We can understand you shutting down other studios, but Monolith, like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing, Warner Brothers?
They don't care. It's like Disney did the same thing. It's like, I don't, we're going to go a different direction. We're going to let everybody else foot the bill. So we're not, you can license the game and put all the money into it. It's probably what's going to happen, like Disney's doing. And you can make take all the risks and we'll just get paid.
It went from Jason Schreier from Bloomberg speaking on somebody else's podcast, getting picked up by one publication, and then Games Radar apparently picked it. I don't know. That's how everything works now, right? Like nobody actually... We can't say anything, but nobody actually like comes up with they like, oh, I got it from a podcast, who got it from a tweeter, who got it from a this, who got it from that, who got, So anyway, he spoke on the Kind of Funny podcast. He reiterated that former WB Games boss David Haddad's reign was turbulent and indecisive. His leadership decision to cancel Monolith's new IP, which was set to expand on Shadow of Mordor's was it Proc Gen narrative Nemesis system? So it was using the engine, I guess, from Shadow of Mordor, which that would have been pretty cool. Led to the resignation of almost all the studio's directors, meaning the team had to start on Wonder Woman project from scratch and rebuild its team. Okay, at the same time. So Wonder Woman was set to be another open world slasher from the studio, this time reportedly featuring a remixed Nemesis system where you'd instead befriend enemies rather than, you'd befriend enemies rather than continually butt heads with them. You could probably date them or something if Sweet Baby Inc. had their way. Because Diana's all about love. When that didn't work, the game was rebooted around 14 months ago to play more similarly to God of War. But by then, it was kind of too late, especially because last year was so bad for the Warner Brothers Games organization. Last year's Suicide Squad was a humongous flop. Can we say that? Is that racist to say that? Is it sexist? They wrote off $200 million because of that. Multiverses and Quidditch Champions, they were both flops too. They wrote off another $100 million because of that. And that sunk money led to Warner Brothers ousting David Haddad and replacing him with JB Peretti, president of Global Streaming and Games, who's been trying to put the division back on course for profitability, which, like you said, will probably lead to them outsourcing more games.
Probably. Because
that's the best way to do it. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I was sitting there taking pot shots at Hasbro. Hasbro doesn't want to make toys. Hasbro's outsourcing all their toys. And we're seeing at Toy Fair this weekend, the loyal subjects are bringing back Mask. Mm-hmm. They got Gem.
Yes, very excited.
And they look good. I mean, they look good.
They do look good. The Mask vehicles, I'm really excited about those.
The Power Rangers from Playmates look pretty okay. The Morphin ones, people are like, why are their heads so small? I'm like, no, they're the ones where the heads flip, but they're doing regular figures too, and I think they're priced at like $10 each.
One nitpick about the Gem doll is if you have the Gem doll, her chest is like really big compared to her head. Not like busty, it's just like girthy. And it's funny because her head looks tiny, and I don't know if they originally were planning on putting the sound box in her chest or like having her earrings light up or something, and they decided not to. But the one thing about her chest is I noticed that it's like not like in a big boobs kind of way, but in like a, wow, she's really thick to the chest kind of way. Like a man chest. She's got a man chest and what girl head?
She's got a man chest. I mean, that was by design.
But you know what? It's a nitpick on my end, and I'm still buying the dolls.
So, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot more of this. I think we're going to see these big corporations basically being rights holders and then outsourcing to people that actually want to make games, people that actually want to make toys. It's a real shame because, again, just look at the list of games here from Monolith. I mean, Blood came out in 97 and they did Tron 2.0. I mean, it's a shame. But corporations don't give a shit. They don't care.
No, they don't. At the end of the day, it's like, if you're costing us too much money and we think that it's flawed, that we're just going to get rid of you because we could somebody else will literally pay us the honor of making these games. And then, we're not responsible or liable if it fails.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like their website. I was going to go out to their website because they had all their games on it. And it's already redirecting to the main Warner Brothers games site. But this is the web archive. Yeah, so just a couple days ago.
The Wayback Machine was showing, yeah.
Yeah, their website was up just a couple days ago. And if you go there now, it's already just redirecting to Warner Brothers, which There it is. The Quidditch Champions, which was another freaking disaster. Multiverse has lost some money too. Like the only hit they've had is Hogwarts Legacy, and that's the one everybody tried to boycott. Which
they tried very hard to cancel it. Yeah, so they went after that audience with the other things like with the people they're hiring, and then it fails miserably.
Yeah,
so you kind of did it to yourself. You shot yourself in the foot, and then it got infected.
Even Mortal Kombat 1 was a flop, and I'm actually hoping if they're gonna outsource video game production, and I've said this before, I want them to do a 2D Mortal Kombat game. I want them to go back to basics and do the 2D arcade style Mortal Kombat, digitized actors, the whole thing, and I'd pay for that if it was decent, but I don't want the new Mortal Kombat.
They'll get on that right now because she said so.
Yeah, they'll get right on that. Hey, it'd be a lot cheaper. I don't know what Mortal Kombat 1 cost, but I'm sure it was pretty damn expensive. It'd be a lot cheaper to just do a 2D Mortal Kombat game, and I think you would sell a lot more copies. Gamers now are getting excited about retro style games. The most excitement I've seen in the last month for a game is over that damn Terminator 2 16-bit style game.
Oh, the one you wanted?
Yeah. So do a classic, a retro Mortal Kombat game, 32-bit style, digitized actors, the whole thing. You'll sell tons.
And you can send a check. You can send a check to Kneon.
You can. Yeah. Make it out too. All right, are we gonna wrap this up?
Mm-hmm.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.